It's the top 5 scope, and this is episode number 2. Numero 2. Still so fresh that it's got that new car smell all over it. Top 5 scope, and it is on. And, the thing about starting scopes, Michael Cheney, good to see you. The thing about starting scopes is you really have to wait for people to come on in. Hey, Evan, hope to see you on Blab Talk Live tonight because I got a special shout out for you. Come on in, gang, come on in. And as you're coming into the room here for today's top 5 scope, let me know where it is that you are checking in from. So just go ahead and type in there as you're giving the love. Let me know where you are coming in from. Scotland, Michael Cheney, all the way from Scotland. Tampa, Brooklyn, baby, Tempe, Arizona, where it's going to remain nice and hot for a while longer. And where else are you guys checking in from today? Let me know before we get started. Austin wants to know where, oh, I thought you said where is Brooklyn? Where in Brooklyn? So as you're coming in, 2 things, make sure to check in. Also, go ahead and share that we are live right now. Alabama, y'all. Awesome. Go ahead and share. For those of you on iOS devices, if you've not done it before, simply swipe left and then up and then click share to all followers. That'll let your friends know that you are here. Hello, Williamsburg. And hello, Mai from Suka. You are from Suka. Hey, Montreal. Been there. Done that, ran a marathon there in 1977 when I was 13 years old, and I'll never do it again. Go ahead, keep sharing the love, let people know, and we're going to get started with episode number 2, 5 scope. And this is a brief scope, not an extremely long one, that is here to share the top 5 from my perspective in the business world, in personal development, in entertainment, and whatever is on my mind. And I'm glad you're here. I'm going to try and do one of these every day because they're a lot of fun, and I love that you all are here. So share the goodness, and I love banning people just like that. Awesome to ban people who are rude, crude, and socially inappropriate because I don't need you in my world. That's right. We call that boundaries, which, by the way, will make for another great top 5 in the future. So the top 5 is all about sharing what I think are the most important tools, sites, social utilities, applications, my favorite movies, comedies, TV shows, music, thoughts, feelings, whatever, personal development. And that's why it's important that you guys, for me, you're part of the tribe when you share. Hello, Therese from Indiana. You're part of the tribe when you share that we're here live and tell other people about the show. And with that, let's get started with today's top 5 scope. This is episode number 5 scope, is the top 5 reasons to make notes for your show. And there's a funny story to go with this, and it actually goes with, it's reason number 1. So last night I dreamt, not once, but twice, that I was doing a show. This is a true story. In my dream, I was doing a top 5 show, I kid you not, and I lost track of where I was both times. And I never got through the top 5, and it was so real. And I remember waking up and I said, whatever you were doing in your dream, that's not your top 5, because it was something related to Twitter. It was, if I can remember, it was something about tips for Twitter. And I could not remember all of my top 5, and I woke up thinking, your top 5 scope for today needs to be top 5 reasons to make notes. Yeah, I had to continue giving it a go after my dreams, Mama Mo, had to. So number 1 is, if you don't have notes in your dreams and you forget to finish, that means you should have notes. So that's number 1 in the top 5 reasons that you should have notes if you're going to do a Periscope. Number 2 is it helps keeps the broadcast on track. Having a roadmap for where you're going is kind of important if you're going to try and go somewhere. And ideally, the format for the show is welcome people in, find out where people are coming from, have people share out that we're live so they can bring their friends into the dialogue. I go ahead and share my top 5, and then we have a discussion about it and ask questions, answer questions, have some fun, and then we call it a day. The ideal length of the scope is somewhere between 10 and 20, perhaps 25 minutes tops, because everybody's real busy and I don't want to do hour after hour like some other Periscopers do. So if you're just coming in, this is the top 5 scope. This is episode number 2, and we're talking about the top 5 reasons to make notes to prepare for your scope. Yeah, we're going to do prizes too, Justin. I just need to get tracking so that I can track shares and likes and follows. Number 3 is that if you don't have notes, viewer engagement on Periscope can take you off topic. Do you see how easily we can go down the rabbit hole and totally go off topic when you're having discussion with people? So it's easy to forget where you're going. So reason number 3, Austin, send me a DM on Twitter so we can talk, please. Number 3 is that viewer engagement can take you off topic. Number 4 in the top 5 for reasons to prepare notes for your Periscope is format and flow is important. You want to get in the flow, and you know, everybody's experience on Periscope is different as they're watching. As you're listening to me talk, everybody's at a different engagement level. Some of you are passively listening, some of you are very actively listening, but it's important that the host keep the flow of the show going. Again, it's about that roadmap and it's about direction. And the number 5 reason that I think it's important to have notes to prepare for your show. See, I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I've got them right here so I can look down and make sure I'm staying on track. The number 5 reason is it makes it easier to create show notes for YouTube, or if you choose to embed these into your blog, because you've already got it written out in a Word document. So you can take the information that you've written, it should align with what you've been sharing, and you've got instant show notes for people to follow along. So there you go. There is the top 5 scope for today, the top 5 reasons that you should prepare notes for your show. Happy to engage with you guys here for a few minutes. Let me know if you have any additional tips, what you think. Austin, thanks for sending. Yeah, let's do a quick recap. That's a really good idea. Stephanie by Num. Good idea. So the recap is, number 1, if you don't have notes in your dreams and you're dreaming about doing a Periscope, which I did twice for those of you that missed it, then that's a reminder that you should have notes, which is the impetus for this show today. Number 2, it helps keep your broadcast on track. You've got a roadmap, you know where you're going. Number 3, viewer engagement can take you off topic, and you could forget where you are and you can go down the rabbit hole. So we don't want no rabbit holing. We want to make sure that we get the content that we're creating and producing out there so that people can consume it. Number 4, format and flow. The feel of your show is important, right, Evan? We don't want to get taken in by bright, shiny objects. And number 5, if you've already written out show notes for you to follow, it makes it easy to create a blog post and put the show notes in there, or repurpose it on YouTube, which, by the way, is exactly what I do. I always save my videos, and I'm going to put them on YouTube, and that way we've got them for all posterity. And thanks for recapping that. I think that's good stuff, and hopefully that's useful for all of you. I'm also really going to go with the flow on what I'm doing with this. I want to really feel like I'm producing content each day that's important to me, and so I want the top 5 to really take in the spectrum. Some things will be practical tips that you can use in scope. Some of them will be tips that you can use in your business or social media, making money online, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, blogging. Some of them might be tips related to public speaking, writing books. I've pretty much done it all. So, and you know, one of the things I love about Periscope is how easy it is to block rude people. Listen, if you're going to come on my scope, then behave yourself the way you would if you come in my house. You don't come into somebody's house and just start being abusive. You're gone. You're out. So there's going to be a scope in the future about creating healthy boundaries, because boundaries exist to keep good things in and bad things out. So you can just take your bad thing somewhere else. And yep, there'll be tips, there'll be hacks, there'll be personal development, top fives, and we're going to have top 5 on conference. And maybe that's what you guys could do. Maybe we need to hashtag this. We'll just do, here we go, let me turn this around. So here's the hashtag, top 5 scope. And if you have suggestions for a top 5 that you would like me to cover, tweet me. I am at JoelCom, just like it says there. Use the hashtag top 5 scope. Give me some ideas for what you guys want to see in the future. And we could talk more on Twitter. So with that said, I have to get busy putting together a presentation for this coming weekend. I'm speaking at Walt Disney World. I'm keynoting at IZEA Fest. At the same, I'm like the second keynote after Mario Lopez. How fun is that? And Scott Stratton's going to be there too, so I'm excited to see him and a lot of big brands. So I got to get my act together for that, put together my presentation. But thank you for joining me. Top 5 Scope, hope it's been valuable to you. Please tweet me and tag me. Blab Talk Live at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. blab.im/JoelCom. Vinny Blabberino and I are back for late night blabbing. blab.im/JoelCom. 10 Eastern, 7 on the leftist coast. We'll see you guys then down Periscope.